Morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello and good morning to you all. Um, for those who are watching, I will be here every morning at 7:47, most definitely, unless something else, unless something else transpires. But I will be here most definitely at 7:47. And I may be on here throughout the day. But other than that, I will make, uh, other than that, you can just um, know that I will be here at the 7:47, the 7:47, and I may be here throughout the day. Maybe. Overall, I just want to tell you this today and get this out here. Uh, Let me see here. Right now it's 7:51, almost 2 minutes on here. So let me not spend too much of your time today. I just wanted to speak to you about how we understand that it may be uh, that uh, we come into some moments where we, like I was saying yesterday and several times before in other videos, that you can go and watch. Also, and subscribe. Like and subscribe to this channel. And turn on your notification bell so that you can be aware of the broadcastings. And come on in and watch it. Watch it all the way through. Um, or come back and watch it when you got some time. Because it's very informative. It's very informative. Actually, to me too, as we're going through it together. Uh, but I just want to say that sometimes we get in our ways and where we get so frustrated, and like I was saying again, like I was saying the other day, we get angry, we get in our feelings, and we just want certain things to stop. We just want certain things to stop, but yet the people keep coming, you know? When it's all said and done, the people keep coming at us, right? We know, again, yesterday I said that we know it's not them, but yet on the other end, it's them that come towards us, right? It's them that come towards us, and they are in a consistent battle within their own mind and body. Let's just say soul. They're in a consistent battle within their own soul that they keep allowing that they cannot see to keep afflicting them. They just keep letting what they cannot see keep afflicting them, which is the devil in between the relationship between you and them. They keep allowing that very thing to be the conflicting things, the conflicting thoughts, the conflicting deeds, and the conflicting words that come from their mouth. and from themselves. They just keep letting these things happen. And yet, in the end of all this, we're looking at the man, meaning male and female. Man represents male and female, just so the females won't come crashing down thinking that I'm talking about man only. No, so we ain't getting no hate juice over here. Okay? We're not getting hate juice over here. See you later. But no, Bible representation of man is the equal of both man and female, in which the the rib was taken out from. And when he looks at you, he looks at both of you. Especially, let me say that again. I said this some days ago in another video that when God looks at the flesh, he looking at the beasts, birds of the air, the fowls of the air, and the man, and all the different things. He not just looking at you. He looking at everything that is you and that you have dominion over. He looking at everything. So I'm telling you right now that if the birds ain't right, he looking at you. If the fishes ain't right, he looking at you. If the lions ain't right, he looking at you. If if the beast if the beast on the lands, which are the cattles, he mentioned that the cattles too, and the beasts, like I said, the lions and and who else is considered a beast? Uh the lions is considered a beast. Um a ram is considered a beast. And overall, he looking at you. If these things are in the uproar, he looking at you. He not talking about them. Because he said in the Bible that what what is the a bird is a bird more than you. He said that he said that in the Bible, like, is a bird more than you, that you can't do the same thing? I mean, he said that because he uh he put you with the bird because you have dominion over the bird, right? Most normally, you will say that that passage means that you have dominion over the bird, right? But that dominion being over the bird is still associating your flesh with the flesh of that bird. Excuse me. That is considered your equal. Because when God says something to you, like I'm going to say, for example, if God says, you'll be resting like the birds, he's associating you as the bird. You're the bird. So when God looking at flesh, he looking at you, he looking at the fowls of the air, he looking at the beast, he looking at the cattle, he looking at it all, honey. When he look at flesh, he looking at the woman, he looking at the man, which is man. He looking at man. He looking at everything, which is you. This is why when God says throughout the Bible, in some places, he says that he's gonna get ready to take. He said, when you go into the land, whenever he associate you with the land, He associates you with everything that's on that land. I'm telling you. Whenever he associates you with the land, he associates you with everything on the land. So that means, like, if God says in the spirit to you, I'm gonna give you an example. If God comes and he say that, like one example was, I want you to rest with the birds. That's you. You the bird. Because you have dominions over it. So that means that um whatever the bird is doing, that is the same as your flesh. Your flesh is what the bird is doing. So that means that we can't blame the bird if the bird either doing something he ought not to do. We can't blame the bird if the bird is fighting another bird because they you'll see birds fighting and stuff like that. We can't blame the bird if the bird is falling from the top of the tree as a baby and he fall down because he didn't have the common sense to know that he couldn't fly yet. We can't blame the birds because you got dominion over the bird, which the bird is you. So that means that what we doing on the earth, the birds gravitate to it and they do the same thing. So whatever is happening with us, so is the same thing with the birds. I'm not underestimating flesh because flesh goes deeper than you would think and it spreads throughout the earth on the land. And the other example that I was going to say is that when the Lord says, s- he he says whenever he talks about the land, he speaks about you, you being associated with this land. And also, he associates everything else upon this land to be associated with you too. So, example being that if he speaks about, I want you to go to this land like he did Noah, right? Just like he did Noah and others as well. He not only did Noah, but he did others as well. That he would tell them, I want you to go on this land. When he did Noah, he took Noah on the land, but Noah had to go with all the different things with him. Do you understand? Like it's just not Noah. He was that parable was to let you all know who read it that you are you are not really only just flesh. You got a other accumulation of the flesh coming with you and uniting with you through spirit, or should I say, soul. Okay, they are. I mean, you are one soul, like I said before. You one soul, but these people are gathered with you through spirit. Let's say it like that, so it won't confuse people. Okay, you are one soul, but yet the spirit unites you with others, although you see yourself as one flesh. No, flesh runs deeper than you would imagine. So if God says that I want you to go to this other place, He gonna tell you, I also want you to take a bird. I also want you to take a beast. And He may name the beast. I want you to take that ram in the bush. I want you to take that ram with you. I want you to also take I also want you to take your wife. And he gonna tell you that he wants you to take all these things with you to that land. Or he's going to make it so that those things come with you to that land like he did Noah. He just had all of them things come with him. Because what you don't know is that flesh runs deep. And this is to do with this topic, which is the topic is it was man, my equal, my guide, my acquaintance. It was man, my equal, my guide, my acquaintance that came up against me in a time of my despair, in a time of my troubles. Those troubles were due to another man. And even though those times that I can equate that those men, male or female, that came up against me in my time of trouble, in my time of calamity, in my time of distress, in my time of affliction, in my time of hurt, in my time of pain, even when I can equate those things to man, it's still deeper than man, even though it's associated with man. It's saying that it's saying that man is the one that came up against me. But guess what? It's deeper than man, which I have to be a caster of demonic spirits that is upon this man. Because again, I told you, flesh run deep. It run deep as the foul spirit, run deep as the beast spirit, run deep as the cattle spirit, run deep as female spirit if you're a man, male spirit if you're a female. It runs deep. Excuse me. It runs deep. So even if man is showing up to me against me, and that's the only person I'm gonna see at the end of everything, this man is with a whole bunch of other things. He is he has dominion over the earth. So that means everything consumes this man. Everything from the earth, even the host thereof, which is the sky, the moon, in the clouds, the moons, the stars, everything consumes this man. This man, when he comes at me with this affliction, you're coming at me with everything that's consuming you. And then again, that's when a person has to righteously cast down demons. Because this man, even though he's coming up me afflicted of these things, in pain of these things, he doesn't know that they are there with him. You understand? So it was my equal. It was my guide. The person who showed me things in which I was supposed to know. It was my acquaintance, someone who was close to me, someone who was equal to me, who was in my business with me, who knew my stuff about me. It was that person. I wouldn't have thought that it would be you, meaning, in other words, as we look at this as a parable of in our life, meaning that it's still real, but it's to associate within our in areas of our lives. We should say and we should look at this without our blinders on by saying that even though it was a man of my equal, a guy, an acquaintance that I was close nearby in the company with, even though it was that, I need to still take the blinders off and know that it was still not them. It was the things in which they was afflicted of that I can't see that was coming up against me. That's still saying that. Even though it's saying physically that it was the man, It was the man of my equal, the man of my guide, the man of my the man of my acquaintance, meaning in and out of, in my business, those who was away from me, didn't know my business, but knew me personally. It was that man, a man who showed up, which is why in the end of it, God gonna see the man, but the righteous. As you seeing the man, let me tell you, it's not just at the man, because we have a whole land here. We have a dominion in which we are over. So you can't just say to yourself that man means man only, because God is a host of everything around here. And so he gave that to man to have dominion over, to have dominion over. So man has dominion over the things in which he's coming to me as himself, right? He's coming to me as himself, but it's to do with everything else that's behind that man. So this is why you can't take physically what you're reading. You can't take this physically, what you're reading, and be like, oh, this saying that man is the one that comes up. No, in the end, God is going to just look at man and what he doing. And when he begins to take from, and you think that God is coming at you, he ain't coming at you. He coming at the you, but it's going to be the stuff behind the you. And you're going to think he's coming at you. Why is God coming at me? God, why me? Why me? Why are you? It's not gonna be you. It's not you, but being that you have dominion over things, guess what? He come in and judge you. It's called judgment. And he's gonna come towards you for the judgment because he don't want the things that you can't see that's behind you on you. You was never supposed to be with these things consuming of you. Never. They were supposed to take their place as you have dominion over the earth, but they never was supposed to be in the likeness like that with you on your afflictions. You afflicted and you are oppressed, and now you are consumed of these things for evil. He doesn't want that evil on you. So you got to know that God is going to take a judgment out, and it's going to be in the end at you. But do know this has nothing to do with you, but he's going to take a judgment at you because you got dominion over this land. And it means that you have consumed through your affliction everything that you got dominion over, which is the whole land. He's going to want those things to part from you. So all he doing is bringing down the two edge of the sword to depart you from those things in evil, in which you have dominion over. He departing you from those things in evil in which you have dominion over. And he's saying that you in this bad, bad behavior, you've twisted these things. You become a twister. You've done it just because he said he gave you dominion over the earth to name things. That doesn't mean that he didn't give you dominion over the land for the name of everything that has been named. Everything has been named. So you got dominion over everything. The sky been named, the stars been named, the cloud has been named. It's named cloud. It's named star. Its name is for every name. The bird's been named. Its name is bird. Everything has a name, and everything you have dominion over. So that means that responsibility is going to be with you. and how everything is acting and portraying over the earth, they are doing it because they are portraying you. You are allowing these things to take place. Whenever it become a new dog, like say when a new dog come, God shows me these things. You know why? Because man has performed these things in which he has united these different breeds of dogs together to bring in this new dog because they want to upgrade to make some more money with the new breed dogs. The new best thing, just like a car, right? They come out with the new best thing in the car. They do the same thing with the dogs because they can breed a dog easily. But a beast like they used to do back in the day, that was hard for them to breed. But every now and then you get some people who still try to breed beasts together by trying to be nice to them and stuff. And that's why them beasts be ripping them apart sometimes. Cause man is not trustworthy. And guess what? If that beast is ripping you apart, that means that that's how you are. That's how you are. You're planting a seed, so that's how it be. The seed is planted, so that's how it's going to be. So watch your surroundings and what you are doing. When you watching your surroundings, watch even yourself. Look at all of the different things that's going on. If a storm is coming, if an earthquake is coming, if a tornado is coming towards you or anywhere around you, that's to do with dominion and how some people are being upon the land that they don't think that that is theirs. It's yours, says the Lord. He's giving this land to you, the man, because can't nobody else take any rights unless you co-sign for it and then you operate in it. The co-signer is you. You the flesh above all flesh. But flesh is deep, even though flesh is deep, you the flesh above all flesh. And you are the one in which can carry out what you cannot see that is using you. So even if it says, I'm gonna say a passage that says this here. It says, "For it was not an enemy," right? Even though that says that, let me tell you, it's still equating to the enemy who's in you, but it's not gonna be the enemy that comes forth towards another individual. It's gonna be you, and you're gonna be judged. This is why they keep saying you're gonna be judged. You're gonna be judged. This is why they keep saying that. You, because they trying to help you. They trying to tell you that even though all these other things is inside of you, is with you, you're gonna be judged. You. So saying that is not a bad thing. It's a warning. So as it says in this passage that I'm giving to you, that's to do with this title, it says, "For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I would have borne it." Right? born it. I would have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me. Right? Not it was not someone who hated me. That's why I say to you all that I don't worry too much about hate. It's just a mixture that's with hate, right? That's why I say that. So it says, "Neither was it he that hated me," because the person that hates you ain't gonna come up against you. Only person that's gonna come up against you is the person who hate and who's consumed of other stuff. That's what I was telling you about hate. who has a mixture of other stuff. And then it says, neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him, right? I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man, a man of mine equal and mine acquaintance, meaning somebody who was close to me, somebody who knew my business, somebody who was friending me. Okay, that literally, that not literally. Don't take the Bible literally, please. And that means you taking it pub uh uh like a publicist does. Like you just you doing stuff on the surface of it, but it's a parable for you, meaning it's deeper than what you're reading. But it was thou, a man my equal, my guide, and my acquaintance, somebody I knew, somebody that friended me, which is what I said. Somebody who friends somebody who tries to get to know somebody. It ain't just a person who walking down the street, of course not. It's the person who trying to get close to you that will come up against you. Because now, in the end of all that friendly stuff that they was doing, all that talking good and stuff, all that trying to have a conversation with you and stuff. But in the end of all that, them people it can be your children, it could be your cousins, your aunts and uncles, and all those different things, or people on your job, or people that you come equal to is going to be the ones that get all of this stuff that they afflicted with and be able to feel like they can come up against you whenever you make them want to come up against you, right? It's going to be them who going to be the ones that come up against you with all that stuff that's behind them. And guess what? You're going to have to be like, you can't be afraid. You can't love them more than God. You can't love them more than yourself. You can't even get out rifles and try to shoot them to kill them. You gotta cast whatever it is that's on them down. Yeah, it could be your boss at work. It could be the person, your landlord, the managers at your building. It could be the people in the building that know the manager of the building. I mean, it could be it could be the maintenance man. It could be maintenance men. It could be everybody that don't think that you know that they are in on everything. It could be everybody, but yet at the same time, it's not them who are doing it. It's the things behind them and gave them the freedom to come towards you in your time that they wasn't supposed to come towards you. All right. But yet I could keep going on and on with this. And yet I could keep going on and on with this. It's not that it's them, it's the ones that try to friend you, knowing that they are with this affliction, knowing that they not even your, knowing that not they're not, even though they try to approach you like they were your equal, they still was not equally yoked to you. They still did not even carry the spirit in which they were supposed to carry with them towards you, although they try to get close to you. It's those who try to get close to you with their flesh that goes deep that God gonna judge. And either they can skedaddle, mean either they can just go away or flee. Either they can flee, which I got a video about flee. Either they can flee or they gonna stand in pride on their stuff and still come at you because you're not going to believe that the enemy is on them. And even if you say the enemy is on them, they're not going to even agree with it. They're going to come up against you because they done friended you so much they going to feel like they can talk to you a certain way. You know, they gonna feel like they can talk to you a certain way to convince you, meaning they gonna be a twister of lies, mean manipulating you into thinking, why would you say it's me? Why would you think it's me? Why me? I'm your blah blah blah. Why would you say that? No, it ain't to do with you. It's to do with the them that's behind you cannot see. It's to do with the things that's coming towards me while you're yet afflicted, meaning dealing with sadness and sorrow. It's them that I'm seeing because some people can see into the spirit, the affliction on that person, even though they, you know, can be the innocent, but yet they're not innocent. It's a difference between being actual innocent and being in the innocent and you friending somebody knowing that you still got problems with yourself that you still holding on to and that every now and then you get into. And now you putting that stuff on that person. And guess what that's gonna do? Put a killing to that person. And yet you see in the news all these different people killing their kids or killing this or doing trying to see what's going on, how how killing is. And yet you don't know why that man said, I just wanted to know how killing feel. It's all those things that wasn't that person, but it was those things that was on them people that got on that man because or that woman who want to feel those feelings or that woman or that man who want to kill kids or that woman and that man who want to kill the person they know so badly. It wasn't them. It was the things that they were sad and sorrowful in. They were in the sadness and the sorrowful of that thing. And those things came forth through the affliction, being able to come through that door. All you doors and all you gates. Jesus is knocking at the door. That's what Jesus said. He said, all ye doors and all ye gates, let 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 it be. I'm knocking at the door. Let me in. You are the doors. Like I said in another video, I said this before. You are the doors. You are the gates. God is knocking. Let him into you. Why you keep on operating through the afflictions of a thing by consuming the things of this earth? He said, let his son be with you so that you can actually have dominion on this, the actual dominion, not the affliction that causes everything to be consumed of you. Which is what people trying to teach you nowadays how to get the law of attraction, meaning how to base things off the way you want it to, even though it's evil. You can consume of that too. Why would we want to be consuming of something evil? That's already, and it's something that don't belong to us. Law of attraction. Who wants law of attraction when we got Jesus? Law of attraction ain't gonna have no uh it's not gonna have nothing. It's not gonna have no power. Yeah, it's not gonna have no power. That word power, power, power. It's not gonna have no power when it comes to Jesus Christ. It's just not. Jesus will win. That's just how it is. So you can do all your chakras, all your believing in aliens and all that. And let me tell you, I forgot to say that in my last video. I talked about the aliens and the chakras and stuff. About the aliens. I forgot that I looked at that video and I said, "Oh, I forgot to say something about the aliens." Let me tell you what the aliens are. The aliens has when they said that the aliens was coming and how you started having dreams about aliens and y'all took that physically, man, it was a metaphor as into that all the weed heads. all of the different weed supplies, w- w- all of the different things that take you to sky high without God, all those things that's taking you further than higher than high other over God, that's an alien because it's alienating you from God. It's talking about the weed in which you smoke. They got all kind of smoke stores. That's what it was talking about. It was talking about all the aliens is going to be upon the earth. That was talking about those smoke stores that was coming, but y'all didn't see that coming. Y'all was looking for aliens because y'all took it literal. But that doesn't mean that. It means weed heads. Here come y'all weed stores that's gonna take y'all to high heights now. It's gonna be legal to take y'all to high heights now. So now y'all gonna be instantly alienated from God. Instantly. That's what that was talking about. But it went over everybody's head and then some. Wasn't literal. Wasn't talking about an alien. And yet y'all still keep seeing the aliens fly. What that tells you. And then physically, people keep saying they seen an alien. Okay, let's take that and let's say you seen a spaceship because what's come from the ground, the earth, can manifest itself in the physical and make it appear as though the illusion that you seeing before you is real. Just like everything else is an illusion and it be very strong, that too can be seen by many other people at the same time as you because they all in an illusion. But if you take that blinder off and go through that illusion, you can begin to see the vision in which God is trying to give to you. And you can pinpoint out the things you need to pinpoint out. But as long as that illusion is freely going, that delusion is that's upon you, you're gonna keep seeing the wilderness of this earth. And so that means you're gonna keep seeing aliens because anything that takes you away from God is alienating you away from God. Point blank period. And the most majority of thing that the devil try to use is weed. That's the main thing that they was trying to tell you is that weed is finna be ruling over the earth. It's going to rule and reign over God because this is the thing that people gonna go to. They gonna go to these weed stores. They gonna get they monthly supply, they weekly supply. Oh, I need that for my glaucoma. I need this for my glaucoma. Oh, they gonna get they supply of weed. These weed heads. Even the ones that think they getting it for their glaucoma, but them still weed heads. You still weed heads, cause you don't know what that weed doing to you. Wilderness is gonna stay with you until you realize all these things that's delusional before you ain't really real. And you have dominion truly over the afflicted, over the afflictions and hurt and pain that comes about before you by casting them down and casting them out and getting your heart right so you can be steadfast on the covenant which is of God, and then God and the Son, which is together, the Son comes before you, our God, our Savior, comes before you, Jesus Christ, comes before you, knocking at the door, and you will let him in and not harm yourself. Not harm yourself. You know? Come on, aliens. Stop smoking that weed. Stop smoking it. Stop smoking them stop going to them hookah lounges. Stop smoking in general. Stop smoking that cigarette. Huh. You alienating yourself, and you're gonna keep seeing what consumes you. I just said that from the beginning. That whatever you have dominion over everything. So what comes is you. So whatever it is you doing, do look outside. Look at all of those different hookah lounges. Look at all those different weed stores that transpired after y'all saw that aliens was coming. Y'all thought aliens was coming, but you don't see the clear signs of them alien faces on the weed stores. You don't see them alien faces. It's simple as day. Those are the aliens. And all they need is for you to smoke it so that they can take over your body and have you to become the man who friend other men and put your affliction on them, meaning put other spirits onto them. That's all they need. That's all they need. That's you. Clear sign. But yet they made it legal. Mm. And we okay in it, not knowing that it has things behind it, has a spirit behind it, a very bad spirit behind it. Mm, mm, mm. Stay blessed. Stay tuned for more. Bye for now. Sorry I was so long. Gotta go, y'all. Gotta go. Y'all gonna stop taking stuff literal and start looking at your surroundings and see what it is that consumes you the most. Okay? Bye for now. Salute to you, soldiers. Salute to you.